Hello, people. I am Jaby Koay, joined by Tiff MINK. Do you prefer Tiff or Tiffany?
I like Tiff.
Tiffany MINK.
Ah.
So I reached out to Drishyam Films, hopefully I'm saying that name correctly, and I was asking them how I could watch Newton because I really wanted to watch that film and I didn't get to see it if it even came out in theaters over here. Apparently it's gonna hit Amazon Prime and I will get to watch it that way. But I asked them if there was anything else I could check out from them and they recommended to me this trailer, KADVI HAWA. This is apparently about global warming. That's at least what Achara told me. That's as much as she gave me in terms of the information I could have from her mouth. So, let's look at KADVI HAWA. This is with Sanjay Mishra, Ranveer Shuri, and Tilotama Shomei. I have pronounced all of those things with excellency. Here we go.
Wow. Yeah, this is like real is what's upsetting.
कोई फंदा लटक के मर रहे हो, कोई जहर खा के मर रहे हो। अब इन बिहार में सिर्फ उन्हीं की चीखें गूंजती हैं। तो कहाँ के हो?
ओडिशा का हूँ।
सर गए बातों। हर तरफ पानी पानी। हवा की बड़ी कृपा है तुम सबों।
हाँ, कुछ ज़्यादा ही है।
Is this more of a documentary?
No. I think it's a movie.
It feels like it.
I think it's a fictional film. It within, you know, the setting.
एक लड़का कह रहा है कि साल में दो ही मौसम हुए, गर्मी और सर्दी।
बरसात को कहाँ हो?
मास्टर बरसात को साल में बस 2-4 दिन ही पड़ते।
सही कही उसने।
हमारे बुक में तो 4 मौसम लिखे हैं।
पहले होते।
तो अब काहे नहीं?
साला भिखारी समझाए क्या? पूरा 2000 रुपए चाहिए, नहीं तो कोर्ट आना पड़ेगा कल।
लला जब हमारे यहाँ बच्चा जन्मत है ना, तो हाथ में तकदीर के जगह कर्जे की रकम लिख के लाते हैं।
हाँ, क्या करें? सबका अपना अपना मजबूरी है।
काम पूरा होने के बाद जेल बोलो लेना तो ले आओ, नहीं तो जाओ।
बहुत डर लगा था, ये रोग कहीं हमारे मोड़ा को भी ना खा जाए।
कौन सा रूप?
वही हवा।
अरे चाचा आपके लिए नहीं तो मेरा परिवार के लिए कर दो चाचा। मेरा घर नहीं है, गांव नहीं है, सब समुद्र निकल गया है। उसको ढूंढते ढूंढते मेरा बाप समुद्र के अंदर चला गया। मेरे चाचा
हमारे जमाने में 4 अलग-अलग दिशों से खुशबू लेके आती वो। अब न जाने क्या हो गया उसको, जैसे बीमार हो गई हो। मैं बंदर
Man.
That looks like a very, very sorrowful film.
I know. I was like kind of holding it back. I was like, this is really sad.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like a necessary movie to communicate this message. What can I say that hasn't been said, honestly? That we're destroying the world is the short of it. We don't really recognize, a lot of us over here in the States in particular, don't really recognize the effect that it has on everybody. I remember watching something on Vice about Bangladesh and how the water keeps moving more inland. And so the people keep having to move their homes back and it's getting more crowded and it's just like making the poverty worse, you know, where the sea meets the land. It's just intense. I was hoping that by the end of the trailer there was like some kind of just
hope?
an ounce of hope of like maybe this blind guy's got some kind of magical power and he's gonna find water or something like that. Like I was really hoping that's where it was going.
This feels like such a heavy film that comes at a time when this conversation needs to happen more. We had like Geostorm, which is a movie like kind of
How did that?
client base, just because they're talking about weather and people like are controlling the weather. That's like, but the climate and weather is like a conversation that's happening in the States in a really like odd way, I feel like, and I don't know how it's being talked about everywhere else. I feel like a movie like this here would never happen.
Sure. No, you're absolutely right. It's just the juxtaposition of how that happened was so amusing. It was like, we're watching a documentary on the war in Afghanistan, and you go, yeah, like I was watching Independence Day.
No!
I'm like, what?
I haven't seen it. I just know it's like,
Yeah.
oh, they're controlling the, like,
Yeah.
and then I think something happens where like it was actually out of control. I don't know.
No.
They're not
The-
comparable movies
the-
whatsoever.
The whole thing in
But-
Geostorm was that it was deliberate. Like it was all a deliberate thing. That's a weird conspiracy theory to, draw upon, that all of this is a deliberate attack on the human race for like to make water a more rare resource, to make air a more rare resource. There was an Indian short film I saw with an actor who we might see a trailer of his today. It's called Carbon, and it was about a future where we are literally purchasing air. Like, it's so bad. The air is so bad that we are purchasing air or trying to get water. Like, these basic necessities are rare commodities.
It makes me so sad because
Yeah.
it's like sadly doesn't seem like something that is completely out of the realm of possibility of happening.
Yeah.
It's not okay. I still to this day can't figure out people not believing climate change is a thing. We've seen it. We know what's causing it, and hopefully like movies like this make people think about it to figure out like what everybody can do.
This almost feels post-apocalyptic because
Yeah.
it's just like this is the fallout of people abusing Mother Nature and just doing what they feel like, and now you don't have seasons like you used to, and people aren't getting water like they used to, and it's just rough. Seeing a drama of people just trying to survive in this kind of wasteland is actually interesting in its own right, because like you said, how many movies do you see that actually explore that, where it's all about perseverance, it's all about survival, because at the end of the day, we all want to survive. That's just a natural inborn instinct that we want to thrive, we want to keep going. That's part of our DNA. Even despite these hellish types of situations that people are going through, I can't say much more without repeating myself. I just feel bad for these people.
Well, what's
You know?
what's really upsetting, well, the way that this was shot and how it looks, like the beginning of it felt like it legitimately could have been a documentary. Just
Yeah.
like the way the shots were set up and kind of the vibe of this kind of like gritty. Part of it looks like he's having almost like a confessional as you would do in a documentary, which is really sad because that's a thought that I had that it could be real.
It certainly does not feel like fiction. It's a story, like you said, that needs to be told. It's very relevant to today. This is not a box office smasher, right? I think it's so cool that these people got together, the producers of the film got together to make this story, because this is not, like I just said, it's not a box office smasher, and so it's a big risk to go and make a movie like this. And so I think it's cool, and I would actually like to support this film. If it comes out over here, if there's a way to watch it on Amazon Prime or in theaters, I would actually go watch it, because, it's a good message. It's talking about what people are going through as a result of our carelessness.
I feel like all the important movies are never the ones that are big box office hits.
Right.
But they're movies that need to be made and stories that need to be told to impact everyone for the better, for sure.
I'm hoping that there's a way to kind of merge it with pop culture in a way. Like, did you watch this is such a weird thing to bring up, but did you watch Luke Cage?
I've seen one episode. I
Okay.
didn't get to watch it.
No,
how
here,
I'm supposed to.
all I'm trying to say about Luke Cage is it's a comic book pop sensational show, but it's also talking about racism. Geostorm was a bad venture into that conversation, but I think there is a conversation that can be had there that is talking about global warming and is laden with action and comic book heroes.
There's something there.
In any case, this is still, worthwhile in its own right. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Thank you to Drishyam Films for recommending this trailer. I think it's awesome. I think it's bold, and I'm looking forward to watching it if I get the chance to over here in the States. Please check out Tiff Mink on the social media. Check out her YouTube channel. She's got a lot of fun stuff over there. Subscribe to her. Subscribe here as well if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Tiffany Mink.
Peace out.